I'm trying to make my own cola drink and failing. Well, I've only had 2 goes so far, but they've not been very good. Of course, it's all to do with the special mix, and I've just bought it out of thingy. This was about £4, so I don't get to know what the flavourings actually are. But so far, I've tried 2 types. Well, no, just one of this. I tried one without sugar, and no, it wasn't very nice. And then I tried one with sugar, and that was sweet, but not very nice either. When I say not very nice, they were tolerable, but they weren't very. I wouldn't want them again. Obviously, I've done lots of research, about 10 minutes, and I've just tried to work out, apparently Coca-Cola call the special ingredients, the flavouring, merchandise 7X, and Coca-Cola was invented by James Pemberton, who died in 1888. I'll tell you more about him later, but they think it's some sort of essential oils mix, and this is coming from Wikipedia, so it must be true. And they're guessing, e.g. orange, lime, lemon, lavender maybe. I think orange, lime and lemon are, I've seen that in a lot of people's recipes if you're making up from scratch rather than buying something like this flavouring. But the surprising thing to me was no cola nut. No, what? I thought that was the whole idea. Apparently Wikipedia is saying that they originally used that for the caffeine, but now they just add the caffeine itself. So the taste, the main things of the taste, real taste part, Wikipedia is saying is cinnamon. They're guessing cinnamon and vanilla, or then maybe that's just 2. But they add in a lot of, they say a lot of other ones as well. Nutmeg. Someone's drilling, we'll need to get used to it, alright? Nutmeg, coriander. Yeah, so this is the sort of thing I got from Wikipedia about merchandise 7X, the secret sauce. I was looking at some people's recipes, you know, the do-it-yourself, and one thing that surprised me, browning sauce for the colour. I take it this stuff's tasteless, because I wouldn't really want sauce in my... Because at first I thought they meant brown sauce. Just ignore the drilling, you're having a nice relaxing ASMR video. If this doesn't make sense. Yeah. So, and some of them were using brown sugar. I don't know if this was Wikipedia I got this from, or it was somebody's recipe. Vanilla maybe. I tried a vanilla drink last week, you know, and it wasn't very nice. Maybe I'll try it again with sugar next time, but... And then they're saying add lemon, lime, juice or whatever. And for Coca-Cola, they're saying the 3 main ingredients, currently for Coca-Cola, in the USA anyway, is, well, sugar. I think that's the same for all of them. And they're saying it's either high corn syrup or whatever, or sucrose, which is what I'm using here, sugar. Sugar is actually, is a fructose, I don't know what it's bound to. And then the next ingredient is caffeine, which I wouldn't add anyway. And of course you get a lot of caffeine-free ones now. And phosphoric acid. I don't know why they add that. And of course this is a flat Coca-Cola, you know. There's no fizz in this. I'm just looking at the main ingredients of SodaStream Pepsi Cola, because Pepsi bought SodaStream, I think, around about 2017. It's still sort of a standalone company, but obviously they do Pepsi drinks. And it's actually quite a good way to experiment with this, you know, to buy them. Although, to be fair, you're really just buying the same stuff that you would, and you won't be told the secret ingredients. But and it does taste nice, because I did buy some, but it's not that much cheaper than just buying the fizzy bottle type, you know. The only real advantage is you're not carrying big packets of things, big bottles home, you know. So I'll look at the SodaStream Pepsi Cola ingredients. Sugar, water. How can water be? Oh yeah, that's because this is a concentrated thing, yeah. Because they come in 440 milliliter packs. Sugar, water, colour, so they're using E150D. Acids, phosphoric acid and citric acid. Acidity regulator, sodium citrate. Sweeteners, sucralose and acasulfame K. Flavourings, flavourings is the bit we don't know. For Coca-Cola it's merchandise 7X. Mr. James Pemberton. Secret sauce. And stabiliser, arabic gum, preservative, sodium benzoate. Trolley.co.uk is a good site to check supermarket prices comparison, apart from Lidl because they're not in it. But yeah, looking at these sort of Pepsi, soda stream things, obviously they've not got the fizz. £5.50 in Sainsbury's at the moment. I think the RRP is a bit dearer than that. It's usually about £6.25 or something. Yeah, I think Sainsbury's went £5.50 recently and they've all sort of followed. I don't know if it's going to stay at that price. But I noticed on Currys, I think they're selling them for £4.99. So, because what I found anyway, it wasn't that much cheaper than buying the bottled ones, you know, just the full lot. You know, it was working out about £1.20 per 2 litres, which sounds a bit cheaper, but usually you can get, well, Pepsi might be £1.75, something like that in a moment. So it is a bit cheaper without the fizz. It does taste like it though if you measure it out right. Apparently these bottles last 9 litres. You can buy bigger batches, you know, bottles of 6 online for like £29 or something, so that might work out cheaper. These are 440 milliliter bottles, expected to do 9 litres, but it's still pretty expensive, you know. I think there's, at the moment, as the £6, I think that's the sort of typical price. So that's, there you get, they're saying 2 for £5 at Sainsbury's, so that's £4.50, so that's pretty good. You're making a bit of a, because it's 9 litres divided by £4.50 basically, which is half in it, so a pound or something. Or have I done that the wrong way around? Yeah, now that is the lowest £5.50 at the moment, usually £7.32, so that's ridiculous. You'd be better just buying the bottles, I think. And they're saying the highest at the moment is £5.50. No. Anyway, the moment it looks like Currys is £4.99, I'll call it £5. That's what I'm trying to get. Bars, Coca-Cola, I think that tastes the best out of the 3 of them. They don't do a no sugar one yet as far as I know. I'm looking at Pepsi Blue here, soda stream, 40 millilitres. So that would be 9 litres, it would do £5.70 at the moment in Morrison's. So that's not so cheap. So you could try those soda stream things if you want to get a decent taste. It doesn't seem it's that much cheaper though, but it probably is a bit, but not much. And of course it's flat. But if not that, then you'll be looking for either to go for flavourings, which is a secret sauce basically, or it's meant to be, or from scratch, totally from scratch. Yeah, I got this online. It's not even itself, it's not really that taste. It's a high strength one. I'm going to take a dip. I mean, it's alright, but probably, even if I got everything right, I don't think I would go for this really, but in this case I put about 30 drops in, and I've also put 10 grams of sugar in, and it's too sweet. It's like sweet water, and the taste of the cola doesn't really, not as strong as I thought, but it's still got that sort of, I don't know, essential oil taste. I mean, it's alright, but it's not something I would buy again. I put 2 tablespoonfuls in. I'm regarding that as 10 grams, but I don't know if it is. Alright, I'll show you my method. Oops, I forgot the funnel. Funnel. Add water and pour. Yes, I have. Oh, that's going out pretty high up. This is the first time I've used this funnel. I was using that. I think I might go back to that for the water anyway. I'm waiting for my thingy to go, water to. Yeah, but a fun fact for American viewers and all. Scotland is the only country where Coca-Cola isn't the most favourite fizzy drink. It's Iron Brew here. Yeah, there you go. This is the favourite fizzy drink in Scotland. Here's their ingredients, although of course they don't tell us the secret sauce. Just the usual in it, carbonated water, citric acid, flavourings is third, so that's what's got it. It says including caffeine, ammonium ferric citrate and quinine. Sweeteners, they use aspartame and acasulfame K, and preservative E211, colours sunset yellow, poncho, sunset, blah blah. That's it really. And that's from the Bars family, who I think still own the company even though it's publicly listed. Yeah, I think, well, it used to be just the family that knew the secret recipe, but they're actually publicly listed now, so I guess they don't own it anymore. Maybe they're still the CEO and that, but they don't actually. I suppose they don't own it, not unless they've got the most shareholder votes, I suppose. Probably have, like 51% or something. But yeah, it was the family that owned it all and had the secret recipe. It does taste good. I mean, it is my favourite fizzy drink. It's hard to describe it. I mean, it's a bit like candy or bubblegum, people have said. I can see what they mean, but I wouldn't call it that myself, but yeah, it is sort of in that field. I couldn't tell you what the main ingredient is. I mean, it's sort of maybe slightly orangey, but nah, I couldn't tell you. Alright, back to this. The old funnel. Please. 2 litres, please. Yes, actually, I'll put the flavouring in just now so that it can swirl a bit. Here's what it means. It doesn't tell you actually. Yeah, it's got a safety lid there. And you droplet thing. I'll put 10 in here. I'll let you see what it is first now. Right, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I've done 11, I don't know. Here's what it is now, alright? Very scientific. Yeah, here's what Wikipedia was saying, I think, trying to guess Coca-Cola's flavourings. Yeah, cinnamon in this one, I would say cinnamon's pretty strong. Perhaps stronger than I've tasted in any commercial Coca-Cola. I'll take a taste. Well, I can taste the cola, it's not enough though, and it's still not very good. Actually, I'll put the sugar in next. Somebody said brown sugar. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. And of course, if you don't want to put sugar in, you could just put sweetener in, you know, the tabs or something, you know, something like that. I forgot to put water in, but there you go. I think that's 5 grams. I'm taking it as that. Oh, I'll probably stick to the bottom. Sweetened water's alright, really. 5 grams of water in there, but I don't know about for 2 litres, but on its own, it's alright. I'm going to try some of this in here. So, there's where I am. 5. If I'm going to experiment for now on, I'll just do it in this little glass. I don't know really, that's probably the best I've tasted, but that would mean that I would need to put far more sugar in than I've been doing, which I don't really want to do, and probably a lot more cola as well, because when you think of the ratio, you know, that's about 6 times that. It's too sweet, but it's interesting. It's not bad. Maybe I'll chuck it in there. I'll use the small funnel for effect. We'll take a slug to see. Nah, it's too weak. Okay guys, we'll go in with this failed experiment. I was looking at Bars Coca-Cola, which is probably my favourite. That's only about £1.19 for 2 litres, so that's not a bad price. And the price for that, the amount of sugar in that basically, because it said carbs, but that's mainly sugar, was 36 grams per litre. So that's 72 grams per 2 litres. That's like more than 14 tablespoonfuls, I think. No, a tablespoon is 10 grams, so about 7 tablespoonfuls. So they're putting far more sugar than I am. I suppose that's what I'll need to try. Lots of sugar. Yeah, I just tried it. It's too weak. Too weak on flavouring and sugar. Maybe the colour's a clue for flavouring. I know it doesn't give it most of its colour, but it does brown it a little bit, so we're just going to guess this. I'm going to put in 6 spoonfuls. I'll do this first, 2, 3, maybe Maybe I should taste the jam. This is becoming expensive. I'll do 6. You feel calm, you feel relaxed. Right, I'm going to taste this. Well, it's ultra sweet, but I mean, that's nice. But this is maybe my concentrated stuff, so I'll add my flavouring as well. I'll try and make it go a different colour. Did you count them? It's going down a bit too fast though. It seems to have floated on the top. It's better. For drinky times. This is my concentrate. I mean, it's not bad, but it's mostly the sugar probably that's giving me the nice taste. That's not bad, but that's my concentrate. Right, here goes. Yes, I have. Yeah, I just tasted it. I don't really know. I think that other stuff was better, the concentrate, but I can't afford to. It's probably even more expensive than buying the original stuff. Right guys, that's all. You get the idea now, don't you? Other people are doing it straight from scratch. They're using lemon and lime and orange and vanilla. If anybody's got a good cola DIY, they can put it in the comments. Yeah, I'm just reading about John Pemberton, who was the creator of the Coca-Cola recipe. He was an American pharmacist, born 1831, died 1888, so like 57 or something when he died. He was a Confederate States Army veteran who is best known as the inventor of Coca-Cola in May 1886. So that was just 2 years before he died. He developed an early version of the beverage that would later become Coca-Cola, but sold its rights to the drink shortly before his death in 1888. He got a sabre wound sustained in April 1865 during the Battle of Columbus, saying that because of chronic pain it led to morphine addiction, and in an attempt to curb this addiction he began to experiment with various painkillers and toxins. The development of an earlier beverage blending alcohol and cocaine led to the recipe that later was adapted to make Coca-Cola. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that soda stream thing I was telling you about, they call them syrup. So that was Pepsi Cola syrup for the soda stream. Pemberton actually died of stomach cancer though, it says. The two original ingredients of Coca-Cola were coca leaves and cola nuts, a source of caffeine. I don't think the current recipe has either of them, so apparently Pemberton left a recipe, but it doesn't say how the ingredients are mixed or the flavouring oil quantity units in measure. I don't know. And as I said, this is known as merchandise 7X for Coca-Cola's base syrup, the flavourings. So, and this is what it says in Wikipedia. 28 grams of caffeine citrate, 85 grams of citric acid, 30 millilitres of vanilla extract, 946 millilitres of lime juice, 71 grams of merchandise 7X, so it's not telling me what the flavourings are. 14 kilograms of sugar. What's this for? Is this for a barrel? 118 millilitres of fluid extract of coca leaves, flavour essence of the coca leaf, 9.5 litres of water. Well, that's not much of your 14 kilograms of sugar in it. Caramel sufficient to give colour, so they're using caramel for the colouring. And then the other things it says flavouring, merchandise 7X, so they're telling me the flavouring here. 1 quart alcohol, 80 oil orange, doesn't say what 80, 40 oil cinnamon, 120 oil lemon, 20 oil coriander, 40 oil nutmeg, 40 oil neroli, and let stand for 24 hours. So they're saying that merchandise 7X is alcohol, orange, cinnamon, lemon, coriander, nutmeg, neroli. That's the original Pemberton recipe. There's something else here they're calling memory recipe. Maybe That's somebody who worked with him or something that could remember, I don't know. Then there's another one called the Beal recipe, and that's meant to be Pemberton's recipe that somebody published or something, I don't know. That's about it. Alright guys, it's top quality video. You too can make your own pretty not very nice tasting Coca-Cola. Well, it's getting a bit better. Only just. I'm going to try more cola on it. Can I save the day? Try about 20. It's getting down a bit. Nah, that didn't work really. I think mine's is too cinnamony. Cinnamon. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. Alright, guys, total fail, but that's not the point. It's you've got to try, and it's food for thought. You can think. You might create a good one. Anyone's got a good recipe, they can put it in the comments if they want. That would be if you've got a good recipe from scratch, or you know, a good place to buy stuff like this sort of flavouring. Alright guys, it's all over. Just photo shoot time. Goodbye.